Howdy, 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 Okies. My name is Harry James. And in the Battle of Bakers, Baker Mayfield, that is, the current team that Baker plays for, Oklahoma, got the advantage. 29-24 is the final score in the victory, but it didn't start all that great. In fact, it ended up going back and forth in the first quarter, and then Mike Stoops kind of figured it out as Baker bakes the Raiders 49-24 in Stormin' Norman. Find out how that happened and how Baker got his revenge next. Boomer Sooner 1982. Don't go away. Boomer Sooner. How's everybody this afternoon? My name's Harry James. I'm doing great. The Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Tech Red Raiders have the Baker Bowl. And Baker's new team, the Oklahoma Schooner Sooners, well, even the Schooner Sooner had an issue. But you know what? Even that couldn't stop the Sooners this night, as the Sooners win 49-24 over the big, bad, nasty Red Raiders. So how did it look for the Oklahoma Sooners over the Raider Techers? Well, it didn't start out looking all that great. In fact, number 16, Nick Shimanek, statistically passed for 322 yards and 4 touches on the night. Did have a pick, an INT, but his longest completion of the night was a 70-yard touchdown bomb. On the other side, Baker's new team, of course, they have Baker Mayfield on their side, who didn't do too badly on his own right, passing for 281 yards and 4 touches on his behalf. He also threw an interception, however, the longest pass that he had was for 30 yards. The leading rusher for the Raiders, as you would guess, would be Trey King. The king of the mountain on that for the Raiders had 24 pops on the night for 131 yards on the ground. He didn't have a touchdown. His longest run of the night was for 13 yards. Desmond Nisby also did a little carrying of his own, but just for 4 carries and for only 12 yards. He did not have a touchdown. His longest run of the night was just for 6 yards. For Oklahoma and their nasty, nasty big front, well, they block well, and they did block well for number 24, Rodney Anderson. And one down from 24 is 23, Abdul Adams, who returned to action. We'll start with the big feature back now, I guess you should say, at Oklahoma. Rodney Anderson, Hot Rod, number 24 Hot Rod, had his jersey number in carries, 24 carries, for 181 yards and a touchdown on the night. 18 was the longest run that he had. Abdul Adams, who made his return for the Sooners, almost had 100 yards last night, 10 carries, but not quite there with 95 yards, did not have a touchdown. His longest run of the night was for 35 yards. You got to have receivers if you're going to have Nick Shimanek and Texas Tech coming in, right? Well, they did. Number 9, TJ Vasher, and number 2, Tiki Cutie. on the night. We'll start with number 9, T.J. Vasher, who had 5 catches for 98 yards. He didn't have a touchdown. His longest reception of the night was for 34 yards. While number 9, Kiki QT, also had 4 catches, 93 yards. He did have a touchdown. His longest reception of the night was the 70-yard touchdown threat bomb that we were talking about earlier. For Oklahoma, leading them in catches was number 9, the freshman CeeDee Lamb, and number 81, Mark Andrews. We'll start with CeeDee. CeeDee matched his jersey number 9 with 9 catches for 147 yards, 2 touchdowns. His longest reception of the night was from 30 yards out. Mark Andrews. He had six balls caught in his direction for 79 yards. He did have his traditional big boy touchdown. His longest reception of the night was for 18 yards. Well, whenever you're playing Texas Tech, or Oklahoma that is, you have to at least try to play defense, right? Well, Texas Tech did try. Number 1, Jordan Brooks, and number 13, Colin Hill, did their best to try to tackle the Sooners. In fact, Jordan Brooks had 13 total tackles on the night, but did not have any forced fumbles recovered, or INTs. As did number 13, Colin Hill, have 10 total tackles. He, again, had 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, and 0 INTs. For Oklahoma to hold Texas Tech to just 24 points on the night, one of their lowest total points in a while this season, you have to at least try to play some defense, don't you? Yeah, you do. And guess who tried to play defense tonight for the Sooners? No question here. Number 31, Obo Naya Orankwo. Obo had 10 tackles on the night for the young kid. And Emmanuel Bill, the senior, had 8 tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, and 0 INTs. As did Obo have 0 INTs, by the way. I don't know if I said that. Kicking the ball, Michael Barton, and he's number 49 for Texas Tech, by the way. And number 43, Austin Seibert. They have an NA on the kicking balls. 0 kicks on field goal attempts. Punting the ball. The punting unit, however, for the two teams, of course, was pretty good for both sides. Texas Tech's number 85, Dominic Panazilio, had 6 punts to average 9.2 in average. His longest punt of the night was 53 yards. 3 of the balls landed inside the 20-yard line, and 0 were touchbacks. Seibert handled both kicking and punting again this year for the Sooners all season, as he did tonight. As we talked about, didn't have any field goals, did have 3 punts though, averaged 32.3, 49 was his long, 0 balls landed inside the 20-yard line, and 0 touchbacks for the Sooner punter. So, 49-24. How did Baker get his revenge over the Baker haters of Texas Tech? Well, as we said, it didn't start too well in the first quarter for the Sooners. In fact, on the first drive, their new quarterback, number 16, Nick Shimanek, found number 13, Cameron Baston, for a 9-yard touchdown with 8:41 left. But their kicker that we were talking about, Barton, who didn't try a field goal, did try PATs, and he missed this one. 6-0, but Red Raiders still on the board, top side. But with 7:08 left, here comes the Baker love. A 24-yard touchdown pass to Cedarian Lamb. With 7:08 left, it is touchdown Oklahoma, and it is 6-7 Sooners. But the shootout in the first quarter, not over yet, because that's when Shimanek, number 16, Nick Shimanek, finds number 2, Kiki Cutie for a 70-yard touchdown strike with 6:35 left. It is 13-7 Raiders. Here they come. But the Big Daddy Fat Stacks. The new Big Daddy on campus, Dimitri Flowers, 1-yard touchdown run with 4:31 left. It is 14-13 OU. But as you would think, Nick Shimonek continues the shootout, at least in the first quarter. 42-yard touchdown pass to Dylan Cantrelli. 2:41 left. 20-14 Raiders. The Sooner defense and Mike Stoops, then they turned it on, baby. They got some stops. Maybe they did give up a ton of yards, but they got the stops they needed. And when they got stops, the Oklahoma offense scored. We'll begin in the second quarter with 13:45 left as Baker Mayfield finds number 5, Marquise Brown. 13:45 left. 21-20. Sooners take the lead back, and they don't surrender it. In fact, they add a little insurance before going to halftime with a hot ride. Rodney Anderson and a 5-yard touchdown of his own right with 7:04 left. 28-20 Sooners. And we'll head now past halftime to the third quarter. And that's when, well, Baker's been throwing all these touchdowns against his former team. Now he's going to take one in against his old team. Baker Mayfield, 1-yard selfie run. Touchdown Oklahoma. 13:48 left. 35-20 Oklahoma. Then Nick Shimonek says, you know what? It's not over, baby. We're not going to let you get any revenge over us, if I have anything to say about it. And throws a 9-yard pass to Cameron Batson with 12:10 left. It is 35-27 Oklahoma. Sooners, though, still in the lead. Sooners get that touchdown almost right back, though, because with 10:24 left, Oklahoma, number 6 Baker Mayfield finds number 81 Big Mark Andrews for a touchdown. With 10:24 left, it is 42-27 Oklahoma. And then the final touchdown of the night goes to, again, the man who Tech hates, Baker, the touchdown maker, as he throws a touchdown ball, 14 yards to Cedarian Lamb with $1.41 left in the third quarter, 49-24 Oklahoma. And that's your final score because there was no scoring in the fourth quarter. Riley's right call of the game. I would say that it was Mark Andrews' touchdown. One-handed grab. That was a good call. But I think that the best call of the night wouldn't even be one call, one play. It would be one quarter in the fourth quarter, which was all Oklahoma. Because, of course, they would have to give the ball back after that score of a 1:41 left in the fourth. Oklahoma actually let Tech drive, and to the 1-yard line they went. They did not score to make it 31-49 to make it an 18-point game. So what does Oklahoma do? They take it from the 1-yard line, and they just literally run over Tech for the rest of the quarter. Literally. There's even a 15-yard penalty, and Oklahoma still gets the first down. And all they do is run the ball and run the clock. And everybody got to go home early because of the running clock, because the clock didn't stop. The defensive stop of the night, Nick Shimonek, was intercepted by the sophomore, number 19, Caleb Kelly. He was supposed to make a big time jump for his sophomore year, the kid from Cali. It's been kind of a rough year at linebacker for him. obviously giving up all the yards rushing and screen plays, but he made up for it tonight. His first numero uno ever interception in a college football game, and it comes against Texas Tech and Nick Shimonek in the game. All right, guys, it's been a blast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Bedlam's this Saturday. So enjoy that one. I'm not gonna go to Stillwater. I went there for a women's basketball game, but I don't think I could go out there for a men's basketball game or a football game. I think it just get too, they get too rowdy. I'd get too rowdy, and you don't want that. So I'll just be watching it from my home, but enjoy it if you're going. Should be a good one between two top 10 teams. The winner could be heading to Arlington. You never know, guys. Speaking of which, congratulations to Matt Campbell and Iowa State. You guys are having a tremendous year, and maybe, just maybe, we'll meet you guys again in Arlington. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. You can find this video on YouTube, Boomer Sooner 1982. You can also find it on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or tweet on my Twitter account at HypeManHarry. Alright, guys, thanks for watching, and as always, Boomer Sooner, everybody.